Hi, good morning. Today is our discussion about Gordon Allport. As you know, he was an American psychologist who explained the personality in terms of trait and emphasized the term uniqueness, individual uniqueness with the environment. Yeah, you are getting ready for the exams, especially for teachers' eligibility test. Gordon Allport is very important in this syllabus. Yeah, Trait theory of personality, Gordon Allport. Trait. What is trait? A trait is stable and consistent characteristic of an individual that influences behavior across different situations. Then trait is always stable. It is stable. Trait is stable one. Stable. Then, what is personality? Gordon Allport said, personality is the dynamic organization of psychophysical systems that determine an individual's unique behavior. Dynamic organization, physical, psychophysical, and unique. Here, I would like to say, Allport defines the characteristic features of personality three. Number one, consistency in behavior. Number two, inclusiveness or wholeness. The third one, uniqueness. What is dynamic? Dynamic means that personality is continuously developing and changing over time. The dynamic here always changing, always developing. Number two, psychophysical, body and mind. Personality means unites body and mind. The next one, uniqueness. What is uniqueness? It means that each individual's personality is different from that of others. Every individual is special. Then different aptitude, interest, thoughts, feelings. That is unique. Then wholeness means the personality functions as an integrated whole with the thoughts, feelings, and behaviors working together. Then three characteristic features of personality Allport coined: dynamic, unique, and wholeness. Then personality is the matter of inclusiveness. Personality is the matter of consistency. It is the matter of uniqueness. Then trait. When he explained trait, he said there are many traits in a person. He explained the traits, the major traits in a personality. Number one, cardinal. Number two, central. Number three, secondary. Then what is cardinal? Then cardinal traits, central traits, and secondary traits are the traits theory of personality. In every exam, as far as Gordon Allport concerned, this area is very important. Here, what is cardinal trait? You know, cardinal is always dominant in a person. It is rare, the rarest trait in a person. Very powerful and associated with person's name. A trait which is dominating somebody's actions, somebody's feelings, somebody's thoughts, somebody's emotions, even a simple action he or she does. It dominates as cardinal. Here, associated with the person's name. Gandhiji, non-violence. Mother Teresa, mercifulness, service-oriented personality. Adolf Hitler, violence. Then such and such terms are modified or megaphoned using this kind of personalities. Eminent personalities are, these traits are well known because of that persons, that in the list of cardinal. Cardinal is the chief ingredient of the trait in a person. It is dominant, it is the core of the personality, it is also the very, very powerful and rarest. Next one, central trait. Central trait, if you describe a person, if you know person, he or she asks you, who is that? Or how is the person? That time you are describing a person's honesty. He is confident, he is responsible man, he is lazy, he is spendthrift, he is a miser. Such and such qualities you generally describing. That because some traits he or she has. That general description about a person or his personality is known as central trait. Then basic and general. Central is basic because trait is a unit, basic unit of personality. Here basic traits are central traits. This is generally statements describing a person, usually 5 or more. If you describe a person, somebody's qualities, more than 5 or 6 sentences, somebody asks you, that is not in cardinal, that is central trait. The next one, secondary. Secondary is a special situation you can see in somebody's personality. As an individual, whether he is wherever he is or something else, or if he is interacting with a person or in a situation, such a time he is unstable. He is less stable, consistent. His less stable behavior is in secondary trait. It is appear only in specific situation. It is not wide range. It doesn't have wide range. The small range he has. It is non-consistent. It is not stable. A trait is a stable behavior. A stable. But here it is less consistent. It is not always in a person. The next one, preference and attitude. The secondary traits determines based on his or her preference in some situation or his attitude in some situations. Then cardinal, central and secondary traits are very important. Here Gordon Allport used a term personal disposition. Personal disposition. Personal disposition is a neuropsychic term. It is internal. It is internal trait. It is predictable. It is unique, predictable, internal trait, neuropsychic, unique. Then a person has the major trait because of his personal disposition. What is personal disposition? Allport coined this term. Allport's term for individuals unique that trait that consistently guides thoughts, feelings and behavior. Wherever he is, wherever she is, his thoughts, his feelings, his attitudes, his emotions always unique. That term he used, personal disposition. Then personal disposition, cardinal trait, central trait, secondary trait, wholeness, individual uniqueness, inclusiveness, and the consistency in behavior. All these together terms are Allport's personality. Then next one, the very, very important key point he used, proprium. Proprium is the innermost. This is the innermost of somebody's personality. It is self. It is self of I or me. It is the core of personality wherever you are. I am like this because that is your personality. This personality's feature, this trait he calls as proprium. If you want to become a teacher, your desire, your ambition, your inner thoughts, your feelings should be a teacher. You have to prepare for a teacher. Then how does a teacher becomes, or how does a teacher leads? Such a way, if you want to become a teacher, you internally decide it. And the way you want to think, the way you want to instruct, the way you want to develop such and such a way, because it's already in his mind. Then proprium is the term he used of somebody's self, or the sense of I or me. That is the core of personality. Don't forget it. Proprium, personal disposition. Next one, the last. What is the difference between Sigmund Freud versus allport? It's a common question based on the views of these two persons. Sigmund Freud, as you know, the theory of psychoanalysis, he explained, he focused on the layer of the mind, unconscious. Unconsciousness is determining a person's personality, he said. But allport does not, but allport didn't have much importance to unconscious. He always at the present. He was always at the present. His views, his focus on conscious mind of an individual. The next one, also Freud, as you know, Freud repressed or unconscious mind determines a person, he said. And he said that the past experience he had, a childhood experiences he developed or he repressed in unconscious mind, it changes the mood and swings of a person, maybe in anxiety, on depression, something else. Then always Freud talked on past experience, but here allport on present. He always live at the moment, present experience of an individual, and he developed, he focused, he emphasized as a person and personality. Then on universal stages, Sigmund Freud focused the universal stages of individual, that psychosexual development and the structure of mind or structure of body, the ego, superego, or a stage, anal stage, phallic stage, latency, or genital stages. Everything is universally he focused, universally he coined, universally he termed. But allport, he always on individual uniqueness. How does a person interact with an environment? Wherever he is, his uniqueness expressing, his uniqueness exhibiting in such a situation. Then Freud on unconscious, allport on conscious. Freud on past experience, but allport focused on present experience. And universal stages, Sigmund Freud focused on universal stages, but allport always individual uniqueness. Then, once again, the triad theory of personality, Gordon Allport, American psychologist, he termed personal disposition and trait, cardinal trait, central trait, secondary trait, and he characterized, he featured as a personality from consistency in behavior or inclusiveness or wholeness or uniqueness with the individual within environment. These terms have to keep in your mind, and also you want to study more and about this allport personality, because Freud and allport, they are very important in our syllabus. I think you get in touch with this kind of videos, and stay tuned. Thank you. Have a nice day. Let's see the more sessions ahead. Okay.